This will be special.
We're going special. You're
It's
special.
special for everyone on Facebook.
On the line.
On the line.
So get over here in the camera, sister.
Okay, I'm in the camera, buddy.
Good Lord, your booty knocked me all over the dang place.
And it's smaller than it used to be. So can you imagine?
Is it though?
It is. It really
it's not
is.
smaller. It's just not as wide.
No, I feel like it's not as sticky outy.
Oh well, you still hit everything with it.
Not like I used to now. It's not as
Why are we
bad.
live on Blakey's Taekwondo?
Are we?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's
You need to unlive that.
Let me unlive that. Sorry.
Sorry.
Way.
Hold on. A certain someone in our
I didn't
picked the wrong thing to go live on our other channel.
Delete. No, I did it on Hollywood Matrimony. Oh.
No, you didn't. I'm sitting there looking at it. So anyway,
I'm done.
while she's getting that sorted out, I'm gonna open my snack. Wait, I don't think I can open my snack. How does this open? Oh, it says I'm having some Jif peanut butter power up snacks.
TV Tuesday.
She's trying to talk command on there and whisper so she doesn't get anything. Just type it in a minute. Just write TV Tuesdays and move on, fool. I'm sorry you have to see this unprofessionalism of my wife.
Oh my gosh. Nessa was trying to call.
Well, just hurry up, sister.
I'm going. We're hitting.
I'm like stalling here.
Well,
Not like I'm not stalling.
don't be stalling.
Trying to stall.
I'm starting.
Did you start
It's
again?
because we never do this on Tuesday.
I know we don't normally. We're usually exclusively on the YouTube.
The YouTube.
But we were trying to do something different.
Well, because we're here, and I'm assuming everyone's at
Everyone
home.
else is home.
So you might as well watch TV Tuesday, and if you've not seen it before, now you're going to know all about it. So welcome to this episode of TV Tuesday. We're now at episode 27, I've been told.
With our long random opening as someone
we can
tried to go
trim that
live.
on YouTube, right?
We can, but we're not going to because it's hilarious.
All right, TV Tuesday is exclusively on YouTube, but since it's a special coronavirus stay-at-home episode, we're also broadcasting live on Facebook.
Now
because
they're
you're home.
Now they're all coronavirus episodes.
Right. That's going to be the most exciting. Anyway, make sure you check out our website, HollywoodMatrimony.com. Don't forget to go up to the top where it says contest, because I think there's always free stuff.
These are kind of like Nutter Butters, but not.
They're really good.
Yeah, they remind me. If you've never had these
We'll
Jif
show
Power Ups,
everybody.
I did once.
Oh, not for the Facebook
Oh,
crowd.
for the Facebook. They're called Jif Power Ups.
They're really good.
They're peanut butter and granola.
Yeah, it's really good.
But it's actually like a creamy peanut butter center. It's not like what you see on a cookie that's just kind of spread
or
on.
like these where I'm eating toasty peanut butter crackers.
I don't know. We're both having peanut butter.
We're having peanut butter. Ooh. Well, hold on while I open this very loudly on the YouTube.
What you got today, lady?
So today we're going to be talking about, I think, everyone's new favorite show, which is the Tiger Show. But what else did we have to talk about? We'll save
I
that
got
for
some
a
random
second.
news. I haven't watched a whole lot of new TV or anything. I've been watching a lot of our random shows,
Mm,
a lot of movies, because I've got a lot of reviews and stuff to do.
yeah.
So I haven't. I've been watching Clone Wars still.
Oh, how's that going?
It's going really good. We're in the middle of an Ahsoka story. So at
I
the end-
cannot wait to get started on this.
So I don't know why you haven't started it already.
Because I'm so behind on all the others, and I missed the last season last time.
Technically, you can watch the new ones and you'd probably be fine.
I'm not going to do that.
Well, then you need to start watching the other ones.
Okay. Well,
Every time I've even suggested rewatching the ones with her, and she's like, get on to eventually. I'm going to go watch Rocky for the 7,000th
you
time.
shush it. That's different. We're going to talk about that on Sunday.
But no, we're in the Ahsoka story, but it's actually picked up, if you remember, at the end of the original season 5, before we ended up getting the lost episodes, is when Ahsoka walked away.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah,
know,
she wrote
cleared her
the
name, and then
Jedi
she
Order.
walked away from the Order because she didn't feel like they didn't trust her. She doesn't trust them.
Mm-hmm.
So now we picked up to see what she's been up to. Because the next time we saw Ahsoka was in Rebels when she showed back up as like the...
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, well...
But that was a while back.
Yeah, it's like...
You should have watched that.
She shows back up as part of the rebellion and then became a regular character on that show then. So we're back to young Ahsoka and seeing what her adventures are like. So the first, I think, 3 episodes of the show were the Bad Batch that were following kind of a special forces clone group. And the only reason you need to know any old episodes for this one is because it harkens back to a clone trooper that died previously in old seasons about him. And then the new one's just about the Ahsoka. So you could technically watch everything that's on there now and not really need to go back if you've seen it because it's not that hard to keep up with.
Yeah, probably.
So, but they're awesome. It bums me out watching the show that knowing that this is going to be the only season we're getting. It's a final season. But at the same time, they're wrapping things up. So it feels good to see them be able to wrap up the stories. But I already kind of felt like it got wrapped up when they ended up carrying it into Rebels. It felt like it fixed the cliffhanger.
Because we knew, like, oh my gosh, she's still around. You know?
Yeah. But again, we know now that she's not going to have some untimely death during this final season because it's going to carry her over into the other one.
Yeah.
So anyway, so what do you got? Anything?
All right.
Before we
So
talk about
on
the Tiger Show?
Netflix, we did start watching another show called 100 Humans, where they interview
we did.
100 different people on different things. What intrigued me was the commercials, like, what is the proper way to wipe when you go to the bathroom? So that brought me in. But
Put your butt on the carpet and scoot.
oh, now with the toilet paper shortage, your answer is jump in the bathtub. But
I've never understood this whole toilet paper argument. Not because
yeah,
I get people's panic and they buy waters and toilet papers and sanitizers. They buy anything they think that keeps them in control.
mm-hmm.
But I don't understand the panic about it being out. You know, there's people posting about, oh my God, I'm out of toilet paper. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Wash your butt with water. Like,
I mean, most of the modern world uses a bidet.
well, and it's not much different than people that use cloth diapers
Yeah.
for babies. What do? They wash the diapers, you know. You're in the room with your toilet. There's also a bathtub and a shower typically. So if not, there's usually at least a sink. I don't know of any rooms it's just a toilet by itself.
No, typically
So-
it's not.
Take a piece of paper, wash your buttocks, a rag, give you a designated poop rag, wash your butt, rinse off the rag. You're still ready to go.
Alrighty then. Well, anyway, so we watched that show. It's interesting. It's not about pooping. It's about different things. They research every topic, like who thinks they're pretty and who thinks they're popular, and men and women, and you know, they put them in different groups of. They tell the men who thinks you're a really good dancer and would be willing to dance, but then at the end, like, who would be willing to donate sperm? I mean, it's the most random
I would do
group
that.
of questions. It's just so dumb.
I would donate.
Yeah, we're not doing all that. All right, what else? Do you have anything else? Because I have more shows to talk about.
You go on.
All right, also on Netflix, we've been spending a lot
This
of
is
time.
clearly
on
that
Netflix.
Drusilla show.
Well, it's about TV. That's what I'm all about.
Yeah, as she watches Rocky.
We watched the stand-up special of Taylor Tomlinson.
Did we finish that one?
We did.
Did we?
Quarter Life Crisis.
It was funny.
She was actually really funny. If you've ever seen her, I've never heard of her, but we like to watch different stand-up specials. So this was just one that was on Netflix. Taylor Tomlinson, and she was really funny. I can't say Tomlinson. There you go.
How's this an issue?
I don't know. Did you watch that recently too?
The Pete Davidson one?
Yes.
It is very good.
There's another one.
And he has that deliberately very similar to you see even in the movies in Saturday Night Live. He just kind of he talks about his dad who died in 9/11.
Mm-hmm.
He does a ton of stuff about Ariana Grande, about how he wasn't going to do stuff on talk about her, but then she was blasting him in interviews and stuff. So he's like,
Might as well.
screw that hoe, and started talking about stuff. And he's not overly insultive about her herself,
Mm-hmm.
mostly about the situation and things she said, and then he shifts it around. But it's actually a really good stand-up. I'd never seen his stand-up before that.
Yeah.
I was just a fan of his Saturday Night Live stuff and, you know, his little appearances in movies and things. It's really good if you want to check it out.
There you go. Hopefully everybody's been watching this season of The Voice
No, they're
with Nick Jonas, which I find very entertaining. I really like him. You know, last season I kind of missed Adam because we had Gwen and whoever. And now, you know what? Now that Adam's up there, I don't even really miss him. I'm happy that we have Nick Jonas, so that's been fun.
I really liked him when he did the show Warrior.
Who's that?
That was a show, and I don't remember the network. I think they only did 2 seasons. It was about this family of MMA fighters.
Hmm.
And it was Frank Grillo, who plays Crossbones in Winter Soldier.
I know.
He played the dad. And then Nick Jonas and I forgot the other guy played the brothers who are fighters. And he's like constantly like just fully ripped and fighting.
Wow.
And so it was really good. And he's good in Jumanji movies too.
Yeah, he was. That was actually really
He
good.
does
I
a lot of
liked
stuff
it.
too. And his wife-
Jumanji.
His wife is hot.
Well, yeah. And then I realized that she's 10 years older than he
Yeah.
is. So I was like,
You know, one of his
"Here you
brothers
go,
is also
boy."
married to I think it's Sophie Turner from Game of Thrones
Yeah.
and played Phoenix.
Hey.
They married her, and then I forgot who the other one married her.
They're doing well.
They're doing good for themselves.
Good job, Jonas
She
Brothers.
got stuck with me.
I'd
Sorry.
rather be with you than the Jonas
Are
Brothers.
you sure?
Well, actually, yeah, they're all skinny. They're weirdly just skinny.
I'm pretty sure with the wealth you could get over it.
I don't care so much about money, baby.
Until
you know that.
it's because you don't have any.
Exactly. I don't have it. I've never had a lot of money, so I don't care.
If you get a lot of money, then you tend to care about it a little bit more.
I mean, I do. I want nice things.
I've done some weird stuff for free. You give me some money, I'm all in.
You were so funny. I got like the weird hair that was okay. I'm okay. You're not supposed to touch your face.
I do nothing but touch my
I do
face.
too. Oh my gosh, my allergies are so bad. I take a nighttime allergy pill. I take a daytime allergy pill. I got allergy eye drops.
How are you making such a mess with little baby crackers?
My cracker fell open. Look, the bottom ones are put together unevenly.
She is the biggest pig I've ever seen when
These
it comes to
crackers
eating.
got put together unevenly,
Let me
so
tell
it's
you,
not my fault.
When we eat out together,
it's like you had a baby. I know.
it is. It's like I'm very adamant about trying to make sure everything's kind of cleaned up. It's probably the only thing in life I'm OCD about. Is
You
my
are.
food.
You're very clean when you eat.
And I try to keep it organized. I'm not saying I don't look like a monster when I eat, but I try to make sure everything's picked up. I don't like things on my hands. I'm constantly wiping
you
my
hate
hands.
eating with your hands.
Yeah, I'm constantly wiping my hands off. This one's food's flying everywhere. It's like
I enjoy food.
she'll have an entire rib stuck to her forehead, like hi.
But once you get it there, you might as well leave it because there's no need to wipe it, and then you take another bite of ribs, and it's like hitting you in the face every time.
My son they're not as big now, but when he was little, had really big cheeks,
Sweet baby.
and he loved ribs, right?
Yeah.
And so he would eat ribs, so the rib would hit his cheeks before his mouth. So while we'd be at Chili's or a barbecue place where we were eating ribs, he'd be eating, his entire face would be covered, and he did not clean it off.
No, because that was the theory. Like, why clean it? Because
He
you're
knew
gonna get it again.
he knew it was going back in, so he's like, "What's the point?"
Exactly.
So he was the funniest thing, man. And now he's a chef.
Yep. There
His
you go.
Little cheeks put him to work. Anyway,
I'm telling my friends.
I know y'all may not believe this because we look so young. We have grown children.
I am young. Always.
Uh,
Okay, what else? What other shows did we watch?
She just finished applying for AARP.
I did. Another new show that's really hot right now is Little Fires Everywhere with one of my personal favorites, Reese Witherspoon. And this other lady whose name I always forget, but I love her. Help me.
I don't remember her name. That's Kerry Washington?
Kerry Washington.
Okay.
There you go. Love her. So make sure you're watching that.
Did you say
And then-
Flubber?
Flubber. And then make sure you're watching Council of Dads on NBC.
What the hell is that?
It's the show I was telling you about the dad who is like, if
The one that your
happens
speaker
to
worked
me,
with.
yeah, if anything happens to me, this is what I want for my family. But once I start watching it, I'm in because it has the lady from Prison Break. I love her.
Oh, the Michael's wife, woman,
yes.
whatever.
So it doesn't matter what happens in the show. I'm watching it because I love her. I'm one of the, I don't know if you guys are this. I know you probably are too. I think me more than you. I'm very loyal to certain actors, and I will watch anything they're in.
Hello, my Colin Farrell and Johnny
I know
Depp.
you have a Colin Farrell man crush. Oh well. Anyway, so that's what's happening. I'm watching tons of shows: Prodigal Son, Hawaii Five-0, Masked Singer, SEAL Team, Bull, FBI. I've gotten caught up on so much. So thank you for Shelter in Place.
Anyway,
Next.
this is not so much a TV show, but it's based on a TV show.
What's that?
And I shared it to our Hollywood Matrimony Facebook page. Rick and Morty, the animated series.
Yes.
They put out a 5 or 6 minute animated short
Mm-hmm.
that is a homage to like anime and samurai flicks.
Yeah.
So the whole thing is a samurai thing.
I can't reach my
And it's
crackers
kind of
from back here.
It's kind of a parody of a Lone Wolf and Cub, if you know what that is.
Mm-mm.
I know you don't. I didn't ask you.
Okay, yeah.
I'm probably the audience, and I don't think it's about you. And it's super hyper violent and bloody. The whole thing's in Japanese subtitled.
Love it
So
already.
it's done. It's like 5-6 minutes. It's really, really cool. It tides you over until you get new Rick and Morty's. And since you get nothing to watch, if you want to go to our Hollywood Matrimony Facebook page, I actually posted the whole movie there from the Adult Swim. I think it aired on Adult Swim. I'm sure if you go to the Adult Swim YouTube page, it's there too. But if you want to find it super easy, just go to our Facebook page and it's posted right on there. It's awesome. It's just super bloody, a lot of sword fighting,
That's the best.
ninjas, samurai, Mortys, and Ricks, and it was pretty awesome.
There you go. All right.
So, all right. Well, I guess we should talk about the big one.
We're going to talk about the Tiger Show, you guys.
The show Tiger King. If you're the one person that doesn't know what that is,
we're so sorry.
Then you need to fix that now.
Okay. Time to talk about it. Joe Exotic is my new hero.
Is he your hero?
I think so. I think he was wrongfully accused.
I think he's crazy.
He is, but I think he was blatantly set up. And all these things
I think in some aspects, in all aspects, they're all wrong in some level.
Oh, all these people are crazy.
But have you seen that now? Not only did they reopen the case for her, there's a lady in there who's accused of killing her husband. That case has been reopened. Mm-hmm. Joe Exotic has filed some kind of a lawsuit about. I don't think it was against Netflix, but it was against somebody in wrongful imprisonment and all this kind of stuff. The guy, Dr. Baka Baka Waka, whatever his name is, it's some made-up name that he gave himself. It means God, I think it was. Mm-hmm. His cult, he's now filed something because of the way he's been made to look via Netflix and the murder of the Cubs and all that kind of stuff that they talk about. So there's all kinds of new stuff that have come out. We also saw, I guess it was a TMZ report, the guy in the video that was Joe's husband had finally got new teeth. The original husband. Okay. And he's in the entire time in the documentary, he has no shirt on.
Yeah. He had two teeth. He had one tooth there and one over
here. And I asked her during the show, why does this guy always have his shirt off? He's got all his tattoos. Well, I read an article with him, and he now has all new teeth. He got false teeth. Mm-hmm. He said he was bothered because they have footage of him getting the false teeth for the documentary that they didn't show.
Well, no, because that's not as exciting.
Well, and you said there might be a season 2.
Yes.
So if there is, maybe that's when we're going to see the rest of the stuff.
Oh my gosh, this is so insane.
But then it talked about the reason he had his shirt off, and the producer said, "Why don't you do this without your shirt off?" And he goes, "Okay." So it was just an aesthetic to make it weirder.
Well, and then all these other things have come out. So Shaquille O'Neal put out a press release because he's like, "We
are not friends."
I know. He's like, he had no idea what was going on behind the scenes at the Oklahoma ranch.
And they tried to portray him, and they're like, him and Joe Exotic were good friends. Mm-hmm. He was like, he just did business. He just bought tigers and stuff from him.
Yeah, but then what does that mean for him? Should Shaquille O'Neal have a tiger? I think that's one of the problems too, because based on this, we found out there are more tigers in
captivity
with domestic people in houses or in their backyards.
There's more tigers in captivity than exist in the wild. Period.
But in the U.S. though too.
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong with us? And then there was this other thing that the alligators that were in that fire.
They were Michael Jackson's?
They were Michael Jackson's alligators. So this story is like so wide reaching.
And it's funny too, because
so many people are involved.
And then of course with the coronavirus stuff, you talk about Michael Jackson, people are like, everybody used to make fun of him for wearing gloves and masks, and now he's like, you aren't laughing at Michael now, are you?
Well, I think also because that was probably the day he didn't have his nose on.
I'm sure.
I'm so sorry.
We're not going to go into that, but if you if you want to ever hear one of the best Michael Jackson tangent story, best story about Michael Jackson, read Howard Stern's Private Parts when he almost interviewed Michael Jackson.
Mm.
And he wrote in depth the private meeting he had with him, and talking about how he was sweating in there and his nose was kind of looked like it was coming off. And
yeah,
and it's not insulting, like he's not attacking Michael. He's just telling his experience and how weird it was.
Yeah,
he was saying how nice he was, and then of course it never came to be. But
yeah, and so now I hope they do go back and try to charge Carol with murder.
That would be awesome if season 2 ends up being, this whole show ends up bringing her down. That woman is crazy.
She is. She's so bizarre.
And I don't know if she, who knows if she actually killed her husband or anything else, but you can see that woman in her eyes.
Because then based on some of the other interviews where they said tigers eat bone and everything.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it said that she did, but I also wouldn't be surprised if he just disappeared and got killed by some drug lords or something, with all the weird stuff these people were all into.
I don't know, man, because he had millions of dollars, and she changed the will.
And who knows? I think it'd be the awesome twist if you find out that his kids killed him. They were talking about how they didn't get nothing.
Trying to frame her?
Yeah, because they didn't get it. What are you doing?
I'm looking for
Oh,
pictures. Here's the other tie-in. We think we've been there with the kids.
Well, I'm pretty sure we have been there.
I'm sure we have. We will stop at any animal petting.
And we've done almost all of Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana.
We pet tigers in Thailand, so now I feel bad.
I don't feel bad.
But it was interesting that
I feel bad they're in cages and stuff, but like where we went, they had wide open spaces.
They were huge.
Given we don't know what they're doing when we're not there, they didn't seem sedated like some people talk about because they were running at us and crap.
Oh, I was so scared. But the interesting thing, so there's two things. So first, when we were in Thailand, they made us take off our shoes and our socks. We had to wash our feet.
Which we didn't understand at the time.
No, but then we saw in the Joe Exotic thing that someone had put cologne or whatever in his boots when the tiger dragged him off like this.
Nobody wants to see your dirty little feet.
So now I'm like, that's why.
That's why they made us do that.
So it makes so much sense now.
Some of you may have been like, well, why wouldn't they just tell you? They didn't speak English in Thailand when we went to this place. Mm-hmm. So they just said, sure, wash feet, and they sprayed our feet off. And we were like, okay. And we got to walk through this grassy field barefooted, and the cage we went into was like, it was like a big open, it wasn't like a little small cage. It was like a zoo style.
It was big.
Enclosure, if you will. And there was about what, 5, 6 tigers?
5, like they were running around free.
Yeah, they were running around. They weren't.
It was scary.
Laying there, a lot of people talk about.
I'll post a picture later.
A lot of people talk about, oh, you go to these places in the they're all sedated and drugged, so they're just laying there. These guys are roaming around, and there's a picture that we post fairly often, or I do, where we're by the swimming pool and we're just petting a tiger that's just lounging, right? Mm-hmm. What you don't see in that photo is that 2 tigers ran at us from behind. And there's like 6 guys in there with us, and they got their sticks and they're poking them and they're distracting them. Nobody hit anybody. Nobody did anything. They're used people. And while all this is going that you don't see in the still photos, is 2 tigers in another cage were fighting. Mm-hmm. You could hear them. And we were like,
I was so scared.
The smiles on our face were fake.
Oh yeah. And then when we walked in, I was right behind that guy because it's like, if anything happens, I'm pushing his ass and I'm running, which is what I do to you when I get scared. I'll make you go in front of me so I can push you.
She always says, I don't want anything to happen to you. I can't live without you. But I'm the first one she pushes in front of danger.
Bye. I'm like, run, which I did do to you.
On our honeymoon.
I ran and left him behind. In fairness, I did tell you to run, and you didn't. So that's
you mumbled it, but didn't tell me what to run to or where from.
Oh, well. Anyways, I think we have been to that place. I think that's where we pet the baby liger.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
So we feel bad, but I think Joe Exotic was framed.
I don't feel bad that we went there. Like we were going to, and most times there's 2 reasons I go to these places. I don't necessarily agree with the captivity of animals,
right?
But I enjoy seeing animals, and anybody that knows me knows if we go to a zoo, I'm going to touch something. I got to find a way to touch something. It's a wonder that I have not lost a limb.
No, I know, because you've been attacked.
I've been attacked.
We'll tell you
I've been attacked, but not by a tiger. But
no.
But also, I always look at it as I'm giving money to help support them because I know they're in captivity. I can't do anything about them being in captivity, right? I know I can protest or I can do this, and some people say, well, if you don't support them, they'll kill them. Most of these places will end up just killing them, and I would rather them have money to feed them. And now, if we go to a place and we've been to a couple places that looked shady and dirty, and we were like, no.
Yeah.
And if we pull up and it looks like, given there's still no way to do it. My daughter worked at a zoo. She's loving caring for the animals. She's told me how they take care of the animals. Do I agree that we should have zoos? Probably not. But at the same time, if you want to flip to the educational side, it serves a major purpose for people.
Yeah.
But animals also should be free. So there's that mix,
on the enclosure. I mean, if you're doing like a Disney thing where in the safari area, it's like open, like they're running around wherever, then that's kind of different. But I don't know.
No, I
go back and forth.
It's that gray area where I know there's some people are very against. We shouldn't have zoos, and I know other people are like, there's nothing wrong with it. But I'm in that gray area that I love to want to be able to see the animals and pet them and touch them and see them do their thing. Kind of fights the side that says I wish they would be free, because I want them to be free as well. I don't want them to be tortured and made to suffer, and I don't want them. It does bother me knowing when you go in and you see something like we went to this one place that was a animal preserve, and it was supposed to be just a thing where they were rescuing, and this might have been her place. where it was a place.
Florida?
No, it wasn't in Florida then. It might have been the other guy. But it was one of those where, remember, it was that big cat rescue thing. And it was, the whole place was about, these were tigers and
it was
lions.
a small place. It was a smaller
Yeah.
place. I wonder if it was that other guy that they
Dr.
accused of,
Bakshibabaka?
yeah, accused of killing all his animals out in the back.
Yeah, because remember, that place was all about animals and tigers that they had gotten from like drug dealers and taken from homes, and they were all skinny and they were being nursed back to health with the guys that they were going to be released into the wild. Who knows if they actually were?
Yeah.
Because they had bears on, but you could feed almost every one of them. They had like feeding tubes set up, so you could pour stuff. So they were trying to make it interactive and this and that. But who knows?
Yeah, I mean, we've been to all of them. So anywhere we've driven, we've been. So we will stop at all of them. My favorite though is when we stopped at that snake place and we made Mackenzie cry.
Which made her hold the big python or whatever.
And her child is scared of snakes.
There's a photo somewhere of her.
That is some great parenting right there.
But she's over it now.
Oh yeah, she'll deal with all sorts of
That's
animals.
what she does for a living.
Yeah.
I remember the first time she held a snake when she was going through school for the vet stuff, and she sent me a picture. She goes, I didn't freak out or nothing. I'm like, we did that.
Mm-hmm.
We broke you.
Now I gotta go wash my hands. I can't touch anything. I don't want to get corona.
I know I got peanut butter on me now.
Anyways.
I think that's peanut butter.
Don't do that.
It wasn't peanut butter.
You're so weird. Anyways, I'm sure everyone has already watched Tiger King.
His album, I kind of want to buy his album.
That I did like. Well, now did you see there was also a report that he wasn't actually singing?
Really? I hadn't seen that.
I think he was, man.
I don't know, man, but I was like, somebody was like,
I am supporting Joe Exotic.
I just like that dude, man.
Joe
I told her we were watching. I said he is Dog the Bounty Hunter for exotic animals.
Yeah,
that's exactly what he is.
Where can I buy?
I'm sure he has a website still. Somebody's got to be running his business. His current husband.
Oh, the younger one. I wonder
the
if
new
they're
one,
still
not
together.
the one that killed himself.
Yeah. No, the newer one after that. That's why I keep asking which one. I'm so confused. And then for that, when the other guy's like, "Well, I'm not gay," and then the second one, I guess, that killed himself was like, "I'm not gay." So is the new one gay?
He somehow, the new one per se acts gay. Like, if remember you watch him, you listen to him talk
he is,
in mannerisms, he seemed to be like a gay person. Oh, sorry.
But I don't think I don't know.
But it was so, all this isn't going to make any sense. It's not really a spoiler because there's nothing that could spoil this show.
This show is just so insane.
You can know the entire ins and outs of this show and still be like, what? Because you got to watch it, man. It's just so good. What are you looking for?
They're saying they don't think he actually really does. Now, did you see this other thing about Cardi B?
That she started the GoFundMe?
A GoFundMe to help with his new appeal.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. So she wants to free him, I think.
Free Joe Exotic.
Yeah, I don't even know.
I can't wait for the movie for this. There's going to be a movie, I'm telling you, and it is going to be a missed opportunity if they do not.
The problem is I don't think the movie's going to be nearly as interesting as
it probably won't
show.
be, but I still want to see it, and especially if you can get somebody like a Danny McBride or somebody to play him. My God, that would be genius.
I guess so. I don't even understand what's happening. This show is the craziest thing. Okay.
There's some good stuff, man. If you haven't seen it, it's on Netflix now. You got to check it out.
All right.
Your life is not complete until you check it out.
And I think everybody's seen it. If you haven't, you need to. It's on Netflix. It's Tiger King. Just watch it.
If you need a break from coronavirus, conspiracy theories, crazy people, and I've got some friends that are posting some nutty nonsense. And
I don't understand why everyone's going crazy. Like, just stay home. Just do your work at home. That's what I'm.
Well, here's the thing:
like
is you've got a couple. You got a couple of people. You got people that are only looking at the politics side. You got the people that are only looking at the financial side. You got the people with the paranoia about the sickness. You got the people that their whole lives are uprooted. You have the people that have legitimate concerns, that have businesses and don't have jobs now. That's a big concern. Like, I'm unemployed now, doing the best I can.
But you're not freaking out.
Well, because I'm
because
I'm a kept man.
No, but you know what? You're a realist too.
It's like I can't do anything about it.
Exactly.
And so I'm teaching my martial arts classes virtually. I can only pray and hope that my students will pay the classes and keep going with me, but I can't make them.
No, because they could be also financially struggling as well.
And I discounted what I could for myself, because the problems is I feel bad charging for my Taekwondo classes and stuff during this time, because I know other people are struggling.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's my full-time job. Yeah. And if I don't make anything, then I'm living on the street, and or with her because she's a.
We'll live in a nice box in the street.
That's right.
We'll have the best box on the street.
But it's one of those things that you've got to, I'm not saying don't panic, and I'm not saying don't be concerned, but you got to just use your brain.
Yeah.
We got some people, especially like we talk about urban legends on here all the time in comics. They're like everybody else. The stores are shut down. Diamond shut down, who's the distributor for all comics. So there's no new comics coming. So like today or tomorrow is the first week with no brand new comics coming in, which means they only have their existing inventory to sell.
Yeah.
And I know our friends at Urban Legends, they're still mailing out comics. They're still doing those. They're doing surprise packs where you give them a budget. They'll put together some graphic novels for you to send out to try to get you to read new things. I know they sell board games and role-playing games and toys. So there's a lot of stuff that even though you might not be able to go wander around and shop inside the store, they're mailing stuff. I don't think they're doing curbside pickup like food is, but but a lot of the artists that I saw, Liefeld, Jim Lee, people like that, they're actually auctioning off stuff. And then I guess, I don't know if they're picking the store or if somebody else picks the store, but the money they sell, they're selling like Liefeld's doing one for Zeus Comics.
Oh, okay, cool.
And he's selling a piece of artwork, and then whatever that money it makes for that piece of artwork, it's going to go straight to the store to help support the comic stores.
Yeah.
Because the brick and mortar stores are going to suffer.
Yeah.
But the same thing with the restaurants. But people running out and hoarding stuff and buying too much stuff is like all you're doing is making that a problem.
Yeah, for sure.
So.
I mean, like you went to the store, but it's like I needed foil. And
eggs
and juice and my prescription.
Actually, the only reason we went is because I had to get your prescription.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, I'm going to be at the store anyway. Let's pick up some little essential things we just run out of.
Our essentials is a weird, bizarre.
Yeah, I got everything.
Peanut butter crackers.
They had. Well, I bought random stuff. I bought random stuff that weren't part of the list, but outside of the toilet paper, they had everything.
Yeah.
They had meats, they had eggs. They didn't have a lot of it, but they had it. There weren't craziness at our store.
And it's so funny. My mom was like, I went to your store. I'm like, oh, good, because they had everything. So I'm glad. Because she said the other Walmart's too big. It's too many people.
Yeah.
She's like, I thought everybody's supposed to stay away from each other. I'm like, I know. So.
Anyway.
Bizarre.
It's going to be probably another month. I hate to be the bearer of bad news if you didn't already know. Probably going to be the end of April. But just try to be positive. And
I'm excited.
Watch movies. Talk to each other.
There's nowhere I'd rather be but this house.
Play a game. Do something. I mean,
with this guy.
I can't see my ladies, but.
Hey, I was just saying how happy I'm to be here with you.
Well, I got you, but I can't see all my harem.
Whatever.
No, but
obviously we have enough movies to watch and keep us entertained.
Well, and here's this whole thing is. And I know we've gone off a tangent from TV, but
that's okay.
I know one of the things that it was really important that I'm learning from all this stuff is making sure you set your life up to have everything you need in your own place.
Yeah, we did good this time.
Like not everybody can have everything they want in their house. Some people's house, like for years, this is the first time we've had a house that we could do everything we wanted. We've had small houses, we've had junky houses, we've lived in crap, good stuff, bad stuff, just like anybody else. But
our first house was dumb.
Hey, that was my first house.
I know, but like the back door, like it wouldn't even slide open. It would go, and it'd go off the track, and it was the most horrible house. Sorry. I mean, it was nice.
The sale of that house funded me going to Thailand.
I know. That's where the kids grew up. But man,
the kids grew up in Thailand.
And no, in that house.
But here's the thing: is at the beginning of January, we made the decision that we wanted to get back in shape. I finally had space. I've always wanted my own little home dojo training space, like I had when I was a kid at my parents' house, and I still never really had what I have now. But so we weren't prepping for anything. We were like,
no,
let's get shape. We happened to get a treadmill, and I've got my garage space. So it was like this blessing in disguise because I was thinking about my own life for us. Mm-hmm. That now that this has happened, we have our own gym here.
We have a gym.
I can run my classes from here. Yep. We both have our own offices.
Yep.
We have space. Things that may not seem important at the time can be important in times like this.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee some of the people that are going crazy are sitting in a house with nothing to do.
Yeah.
Thankfully we live in a time with streaming and all the other stuff. And
we had enough toilet paper already.
yes, we
always buy an extra pack. I don't know why. We always buy some.
We don't buy it because we plan it. It's because we forget we have some in the other room that we don't. I have a bathroom in my office that nobody uses but me, and I forget, and then we buy more.
I always buy toilet paper, paper towels, and tissues like every trip to the grocery store, just cause.
Yeah.
So we're okay. It's gonna be all right.
So yeah, you got to. The whole thing is finding happiness, and forget the coronavirus, forget politics. You got to set yourself in a place that makes you happy, makes you creative. You know, one of the reasons I like having my annoyingly awesome Star Wars room. Some people look at it and go, "This is just a waste of money," and it is. But when I'm sitting in there working, I feel this inspired thing because I have my space, and she has her office and has it laid out hers. Even though we're not doing the same kind of work in there, you're doing office nerdy work, not
I am
creative
lots
work,
of office nerdy
but it
work.
still probably keeps some kind of a mental stability of your brain because you're seeing things you love around you. So
my picture of Buffy right here, me and Sarah Michelle Gellar, like this.
All right.
Not really.
Let's go through some news real quick and
Because
we'll get out of
it
here.
was like, do not touch Sarah Michelle Gellar. Do not speak to her. Do look at her straight in the eye.
That was the same thing they told us about Billy D. Williams.
Yeah, well.
Oh.
All right.
All right.
So
So
go watch Tiger King Netflix.
I don't know how that got onto the whole coronavirus. All right, let me tell you guys some news that we have real quick. Some people already know some of this news because we didn't do a show. Well, we did one last week, but it was all over the place, like today is. One, the CW shows have all been cut short for the seasons. Pretty much every show is. But with this one, they were supposed to have new episodes of the current shows this week, and they bumped them until closer to the end of April, and they're going to air some back-to-back shows. And then they're going to be kind of done for the season. And then
That's too bad.
I think they'll probably start up a little bit sooner. The people that were worried about this is the final season of Supernatural. They were not finished with the final 2 episodes, I believe. So usually when things like this happen, say like The Flash or whatever, if they don't finish them, those shows just throw those episodes into the next season.
Yeah.
They can't do that with Supernatural because it's not coming back next season.
Yeah, and I'm all up to date on it, so I'm wondering what's going to happen.
But they did say that once it's all over, they are going to finish it the way it was planned and get it out.
Maybe they'll do like a 2-hour special.
Yeah, so it's still going to happen for people that were a little bit worried.
I'm worried.
Some of this is going to be kind of movie news, but it's on TV stuff. So Netflix announced they're bringing all 4 Lethal Weapons onto Netflix movies. So if you want to watch the Lethal Weapon movies and don't already have them, then you can jump on Netflix and check them out.
Do we have them?
We do. Hasbro has released, I believe, the entire run of G.I. Joe, the OG series, onto YouTube.
G.I. Joe.
So you can go watch any G.I. Joe episodes while you're down.
I'm so excited about that. I am.
Lock and Key, Netflix series based on a comic book. It got picked up for a 2nd season.
That was my code for Lock and Key.
Thank you. Disney Plus has a movie Onward hitting this Friday on Disney Plus. If you already have it,
I am excited. People are saying that's like the best Disney movie
ever. It is
ever.
awesome. We'll talk about it this Sunday because I've seen it, but she hasn't. Elephant, the new Disney nature movie, is hitting Disney Plus this week. Mandalorian news that I don't think I talked about. Maybe I didn't, but some of it's newer. Bill Burr, who was on the 1st season of The Mandalorian, they said he is coming back to reprise his role. He's a comedian, and he was in the episode. He was the bald bounty hunter, scavenger type guy that had the guns on his shoulders.
Yes,
that guy. They cast Rosario Dawson in the series, with rumors being that she's going to be Ahsoka Tano, which she's going to be good at it, I'm sure. I have no doubt. But it does bother me because I wish they had cast Ashley Eckstein. But she did comment on it and say, I'm not in charge of what they do. I wish her luck. Anytime to keep that character alive. She's still voicing the character. So I was hoping they were going to do kind of like with Sam Witwer and Ray Park when they brought Darth Maul back to Solo.
Yeah.
They had Ray Park playing Darth Maul, but they brought Sam Witwer from the Clone Wars series to do the voice.
Because that's what people are used to.
Who knows? Maybe Ashley Eckstein will do Rosario Dawson's voice, but I doubt it.
Yeah.
So bad. And then also Michael Biehn, who was known for Terminator and Aliens.
Yes.
He's
I like him.
Huh?
I like him.
Oh, he's going to be in The Mandalorian season 2. There's rumors. Now this isn't official, but there's rumors that Jamie Lee Curtis may be showing up in Mandalorian season 2.
Isn't she busy killing a?
I don't know, Michael.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm
That's
pointing over here. You can't see there's a
that's not Michael. That's Jason.
Oh,
You're dumb.
We don't have a Michael?
We do, but he's folded up in a
Oh,
box.
it's the one I made where it's skinny Michael.
I made it, and he looks just fine. He just had.
Sorry.
I got compliments about him every year he's set up.
Because he's behind the door like this.
Well, he doesn't need to be anywhere else.
I know.
We have a
Okay,
life-size Jason standing
sorry,
right
that's
here.
what I was pointing
Kind of like the Freddy, but he's up there with a machete. And there's a Billy from Saw, the puppet, down here
You just can't
next
see.
to Chucky and Tiffany.
JK.
Anyway, I don't know if the Jamie Lee Curtis thing is true yet, but that's rumors.
We'll see.
I think that's going to be it because I talked about the other stuff. That's just some quick news that I went through. I know it's not big news, but don't forget we also have some various contests going. The biggest one being we're giving away copies of Ip Man 4 on our website at
HollywoodMatrimony.com.
and hopefully we'll have some other stuff popping up soon. And I guess that's going to do it for me right
All
now.
right. Well, that's it. That's all I got. Thank you so much for watching the special episode of TV Tuesday.
It's not a special episode. It's a
It
normal
is because
episode.
we're on Facebook this time.
Well, but it's still just a normal episode.
Thank you for watching us. Typically, we are exclusive on YouTube. Thank you for watching us because, yeah, what else are you doing?
What else are you doing?
Make sure you check out our website, HollywoodMatrimony.com. And don't forget, you can find us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and the Twitter.
Is it my turn?
It's your turn.
Jump back with us on Sunday for another episode of Hollywood Matrimony Live. I have no idea what we're talking about except for Elephant and Onward. Everything else. Oh, we're going to probably talk about Rise of Skywalker.
There's a third movie on Disney, too. There's another nature thing like Dolphin something.
Anyway, we're also going to probably talk revisiting Star Wars because Rise of Skywalker came out today on Blu-ray and DVD.
I wonder what we're watching tonight.
Well, now that you mention it.
We're going to actually watch all the Star Wars
Tonight?
movies tonight. That's not even possible.
It is possible. They're only 2 hours and 15 minutes apiece.
Oh my gosh, we got to start right now.
There's a couple of them that I think.
I would only start from Rouge 1.
Oh no, you have to watch them all.
I'm not watching 1, 2, and 3.
You have to.
That's a
I'm not
waste.
allowing you.
It's a waste.
It's not a waste.
It's a waste of my time.
Anyway, all right. Then we'll be back here for another episode of Martial Arts Movie Mondays, where hopefully this young lady will get to join me for a couple episodes because we're going to do. I already did one talking about Ip Man. We're going to do revisit Ip Man because she hasn't seen 4 yet, and we'll talk about the whole franchise together. And then I am planning the month of April. I'm going to say it right here.
Okay.
That we will finally, I know everybody's been eagerly awaiting this. We will finally do the martial art movie episode on Jim Kata.
That movie makes no sense right now.
You haven't seen it.
I know. It makes no sense.
We will watch it. She's going to watch it with me, and we're going to discuss the greatness that is Jim Kata. So it is waiting.
See.
It still hasn't even been taken out of the plastic. It's waiting for its arrival.
I don't know. I mean, it's interesting merging gymnastics and karate. So we'll find out.
All new deadly art.
Jim Kata.
Is when you mix, what does he say? The excitement of gymnastics with the deadly karate. A new art is born and a new superhero. Jim Kata.
Okay. I love you guys.
Anyway,
Thank you for watching.
Peace and love. Be nice to each other. Stay inside. We'll get through this together. Peace.